Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. Joe and I are about to start another puzzle. This one is, I don't know what it's actually called. Charles Vizino, Master of 3D Pop Art. I'm assuming that's the designer's name. All I know so far is it is 1,000 pieces. I think the pieces are small, and I paid $1.91 for it at the thrift store. Actually, no, I paid half price, so I paid a little under $1, and I just thought it would be a very fun puzzle to make with all those colors. Let me show you the back. Oh, there's the guy, Charles Vizino. Where are you? Right there. And a little bit about him. And there's the puzzle. I don't know if it says how big it is. Let me look. 27 inches by 19. And it says it was originally $5, which I find hard to believe. But anyway, you can look it up if you want. We're just going to open this and I'll show you what the pieces look like. Just want to show you that this has never been opened. It's sealed right there. So we will be the first ones to make it. I'm just going to have Joe open the box so we can see the pieces together. And when I mean together, I mean me and you guys out there in YouTube land. Oh yeah, those are a little bit smaller than the last.
A whole lot.
Yeah, a whole lot.
Is that the bottom?
Yes. And we don't have the best table to make puzzles on, but it's what we've got going on right now. Oh my goodness. So we started with a 300-piece puzzle, with bigger pieces, and now we have this. But I'm going to love this puzzle. I really am. We might need another table. There's a piece. So we'll sort these and we'll try to get you to watch little bits here and there as we make this. This is all we have done so far. We got the edge made, and I started putting puzzle pieces on the table. Oh, and we swapped tables to a bigger table, but we're still not going to have room to put all the puzzle pieces down on the table. I might get another table, or we're going to just separate them and put them on plates, and yeah, we'll figure it out because there's a lot of pieces there and that's not going to fit here. But what I did is I started taking some out and spreading them around, and I saved what I could find for the fireworks at the top and the sky. And I'm going to sit and work on this for a little bit, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like so far. It's a few days later. We just sit and do this, whenever we feel like it. Sometimes if I put 5 pieces, I say, okay, that's good enough for today. This puzzle is hard. I want to show you up close that, even though there's a lot of colors, there's like a gazillion pieces that have yellow and little tiny windows, and it's going to be very interesting. And we don't have room on this table to put all the pieces out. I don't like to put too many pieces in the center. So we have some plates. These are like a certain kind of green that I noticed as I was quickly separating. Certain kind of white that looks like it might be all part of the same building or the same section of the puzzle. This is a hot mess. This is a hot mess. But, I'll just go a little at a time and sort as I want. But I was able to pull out, first of all, the sky. I had a lot of the sky pieces pulled out, so that went well. And, it's probably the easiest part because we had, big pieces of different colors, and that was easy to find. Then I pulled out a lot of pink, and I'm able to put, a few pieces here and there. And Joe has done some too. It's just, it's a little bit difficult, which I love. And that's the whole reason to do a puzzle, right? So that's where we stand so far. And just as a reminder, this is the picture that we're dealing with. And I want to show you, where was it? Herods. See how that word is tiny? I wanted to know about where that edge was going to go. There it is. Can you see? Right there. Herods.
Yeah.
So that's what we're dealing with. It is probably a few weeks later. You can see there's not too much progress going on here. But believe it or not, there's more progress than I expected because this is a hard puzzle. And I only sit down with it, you know, maybe 20 minutes at a time and not every day. I would like to sit every day and work on it, but I just don't have the time. When I left you last time, we had most of the sky done. And now I've got this and a lot of little islands and, you know, only a few things attached to the actual border. I have been making this on my own. Joe has come in and found a few things here and there, but he said he's going to have to wait until there's less pieces because his eyes just can't take it. And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to show you how I'm making this puzzle. This is the back of the box. This is very, very tiny. Little tiny things on there. So what I've been doing is every now and then I just go through all the pieces, including what's on the table, including what's in that plate, and I just sort and I try to find things with words because there's lots of words. There's some that are kind of big. There's some words that are, oops, there you are, tiny, and I'm trying to keep them, you know, all up here. So now, like, I found this piece, and I thought, ooh, that's an N. And I looked through all the pieces that I have here, and I know that most everything is here. And I said, this N doesn't go anywhere. And then it dawned on me that I could flip it over. And it goes right here. The N, to me, looked like it belonged in the direction I was holding it, but it actually went there. And I guess I should have known, right? Because there was pink on the bottom of the N, and the way I was holding it, the pink was on the top. So that's how I found that piece. Now let's look at this piece. It's a woman. And what I do when I find something like this is I take the box and I try to find that woman. Now those are really tiny, tiny people. And there's people there. And there's people up here. A few people sitting at tables. Oops, Joe's home. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. So I was telling you, there's some people here at the bottom. There's some people, I have to look with my own eyeballs and not through the camera. Somewhere here. Under that red and white stripe thing, there's some tables with people there. There's some people down here, but I could not find that woman right there until this morning. Look, she's right above my fingernail, standing right there. I'm scratching her. So at least I know she's near the edge. So we go to the edge, because she's next to that woman. Let's go back and I'll show you. See, there's my woman, and there's the woman that we just saw on the edge of the puzzle. And there she goes. And that's how I'm making this puzzle. I find something, and then I look for it here. And then I hope it's like someplace where I can actually put the piece. If it's not, I just forget about it. I say I'll find it later when I need it again. See this woman? She's going to need red and yellow and an arm, so white. But sometimes that's deceiving. So I try to find her in here. I know she's here somewhere. She's right up here at the top. And then I can see I do indeed need just the color of her arm and some yellow and some red. So the next time I'm looking through things, I'll remember that I'm also looking for that. Yeah, it's going to take a bit, But I'll give you another update as soon as I have more done. We started that puzzle in April of 2024, and now it's April 2025, at the very end of April right now. So a little over a year ago is when we started that puzzle. And here's what happened. Worked on it for maybe like 6 weeks, and then Joe and I split up. And I was devastated, and I did not want to make that puzzle, but yet I could not bring myself to take it apart and put it away, because I was determined that Joe and I would be making that puzzle together. So that puzzle stayed on that table by my bed for like 4 months, just, making me sad every time I saw it, and I saw it all the time. Could not bring myself to put a piece, and a couple of times I thought, I just have to put this puzzle up. I have to take it apart, and I thought, no, one day maybe we'll be back together, or one day maybe I'll feel like, finishing the puzzle on my own. But I didn't think that would ever happen, so I just left it there. And then as it, happened, we ended up getting back together. But at that point, I still did not feel like making the puzzle. I had been away from it, and it's a very hard puzzle to make. And I knew Joe wasn't into helping at that point. The colors and everything, he had no patience to do what I was doing. It could take me 20 minutes to put like 1 or 2 pieces sometimes. But of course, as it got more filled up, I was able to work a little bit faster. So at some point I did start putting pieces in again, and as it got closer and closer to being made, I would say, okay, I'll try to do 4 pieces a day, and then I'll try to do 5 pieces a day. So it was very, very fun, and I really loved making the puzzle, and I could not believe that, we were back together, and he just kept saying, can you just finish it, because I'd like to make a puzzle, start a puzzle that I can work on too. I did finish it probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I don't know. It's been a hot minute since I finished it, but then it took me forever to, dig up this video that I still had, thank goodness, and to, record the ending. So I will show you the completed puzzle. It was a nightmare, but it was very fun to do, and I have a happy ending now with that puzzle. I don't think I can put that one on eBay because I have an emotional attachment to that puzzle now. It was there at the beginning of a bad time, and it's there at the beginning of a good time. Hopefully, all that stuff is going to work out for us. But, I have the puzzle as a reminder that I didn't give up hope. And, sometimes we do get what we hope for. Anyway, let's go look at the puzzle. There it is. Not the best lighting. But I'm telling you, this was difficult. Part of me would like to make it again someday, but we have quite a few puzzles. And I just picked up a couple more at the thrift store. Let's see if I can, oops, I don't want my shadow there. Yeah, there's just so many tiny pieces. And I thought because there were so many colors, different colors, that it would be easy. But like there's the red and white, where am I? There's the red and white, there. And then they also have it there. And they probably have it other places. So it was just hard. Once I could find the colors, it wasn't as hard. But like there's a lot of pink trees. There's some up there. And the thing is, there were so many pieces, small pieces. So it was just hard to put together. But I absolutely loved it. I'd be so excited when I found something. And yeah. So this is it. Now, I'm going to show you 2 that I just bought at the thrift store. I just bought these puzzles like a few days ago. We all went to the thrift store. Me, Joe, Derek, Skylar, and her friend. She was looking for an outfit for like a costume for cabaret. I like stuff like this because, again, the colors. Oh, little blue flowers, and then this. But, you know, look, there's a lot of that going on. And I got it for half price, so I paid just a little under $2 for this one. It's 1,000 pieces. And then I'm going to love this. Now, this one I paid like $1.50. I got it half price also. And to me, I look at this as a whole bunch of different little puzzles because each door is unique. So you just got to find the pieces. Oh, I was looking to see if there was a complete... No, they don't show us what's behind that. Somewhere. Oh, yeah, right there they do. Like that. But this is the one we are doing next. We got this as a gift, and it was intended for Jo from one of my patrons, and she knew we liked to do puzzles, and this is $550. The minute Jo got that, he's like, please finish the video for your puzzle on that table so we can clear it off so we can start this one. So he wants to do this one. Hang on a minute. Okay, I got interrupted by the phone, and I have no clue where I left off, so I'm just going to maybe repeat myself a little bit. Jo was very excited for this. He wants us to start it, and he was like, please get your video done. Let's get this off the table so we can start this. 550 pieces, and nothing too exciting there. Like that. It's just cool. I'm going to like making this too. And then Skylar got this as a stocking stuffer for me. It's a puzzle. 150 pieces. And where are you? 150 pieces. It's a gumball. And that's the size of the pieces. I will be using tweezers for that. But I've never made a little tiny puzzle like that. And I'm going to have a very good time doing it. I think I can do it at the same time that Jo is making his puzzle. I can't believe after a year I'm going to be taking that puzzle apart and putting it back in the box. I'm not one to save puzzles. I don't know, if I had a bigger place or something in a home that I knew I wouldn't be moving anytime soon, or I don't know if I'm moving anytime soon from here, but I'm just saying, you know, I wouldn't mind if I had a wacky craft room and I'd have the puzzles all over the wall, because I do like to make puzzles very much. And it is going to be exciting and fun for us to be able to have that to do. We both love making puzzles, so that's going to be good. I just can't have tiny, tiny little prints like that for Jo. But maybe one day we'll have enough room that we could each have our own table and be each making our own puzzle. But it's fun. It's fun to make together. I'm going to show you all the other puzzles at one point once we're set up and making puzzles. And I will record each puzzle that we make. The first one we did was pizza. And that ended up going on eBay. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I really do like having a puzzle collection. So we'll see. We'll just see. But the next one we make is going to be the one I showed you, the gift from our patron. Thank you so much. And Jo really got a kick out of the fact that somebody thought about him. I was thrilled too. I guess that is it. A year-long puzzle with a whole lot of ups and downs in that time, but the puzzle remains, and I'm very, very glad about that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye.